Hey friends, let's make this absolutely delicious meal in our Instapot. If you have an Instapot. If you don't, you can always make this on your stovetop eye. We're going to start off with one package of kielbasa. That's a 13-ounce package of turkey kielbasa. You can use beef if you'd like to. Cut your Instapot on saute. And I started out on high, but I ended up on medium heat for this. Then we're going to put just a tablespoon or two of avocado oil in it. You can use olive oil, whatever kind of oil you would like. And then we're going to put our smoked sausage in our Instapot. Then you will need some bacon, and I have to use turkey bacon due to my alpha-gal syndrome. I'm allergic to pork and beef. So you can use pork if you would like, and that would be absolutely delicious. But I'm going to take this bacon, it's partially frozen, and I'm just going to start cutting little pieces off of it until I have used half of the pack of bacon. And you can do that however you would like to. This is just how I do it because I'll save that for another recipe. And I'll put it back in the freezer. And then once you've got your bacon in your Instapot, we are going to add half of a large yellow onion diced and about 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. And I'm using fresh garlic here. I run out of minced garlic, so I keep fresh garlic on hand just in case I run out. But you will want to use 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Give this a stir. You're going to let that continue to saute, and then we're going to dice 2 stalks of celery to add to this. Add 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and I'm just guessing on this. I am adding no salt, Tony Chachere's Cajun seasoning, and I'm going to guess that I added anywhere from 1/2 teaspoon to maybe 3/4 teaspoon of the Cajun seasoning. We are going to continue to let this saute for about 5 minutes on medium heat, stirring occasionally. Just want to brown that kielbasa a little bit. And then we're going to add 1 pound of black-eyed peas. You can soak these overnight if you would like to, but that's not necessary, especially if you're using your Instapot. Add 1 whole container of chicken broth, and I like to use the low sodium chicken broth, and that's 4 cups. And I added 1 more cup of chicken broth that I had saved, but if you don't have that, you can always add a cup of water. You're going to add 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. Give this a stir. Now we are going to switch from the saute function on your Instapot to the pressure function. And if your Instapot's like mine, I have a Ninja Foodie Instapot, you're going to use an entirely different lid. You want to make sure it's in the seal position, that little button at the back. Place the Instapot lid on your Instapot, and then we're going to cut this on to pressure. We are going to set our time for 25 minutes, and this was absolutely perfect. I did not capture this, but I did a quick release when this had timed out. And a quick release is when you just reach up there to the seal and push it over and the steam comes out. Now, if you wanted to do a natural release, you would let it time up and slowly release the pressure itself. But I did not do that, and this turned out so perfect. There was only one thing. It did not have enough liquid in it. I made this recipe up in my Instapot, and I wasn't sure how much liquid to use. It did not harm this a bit. In fact, it's perfectly fine to eat this way, but I wanted to serve it over rice, so I needed more liquid. So what I decided to do was add 2 more cups of water to this and to put this on warm and just keep it warm. But when you add those 2 cups of water, stir it real well. I will put in the description the exact recipe of what I use so you don't make the same mistake. But it wasn't a mistake, y'all. This was so good. I made some fried cornbread to go with this, served it over rice, and this was one of those comfort food meals. So I hope you give this a try, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did.